Hi friends, welcome back. We are back. This is Miss Mo with Miss Mo's Vegan Kitchen and
Axel.
So we're eating our japchae. It's hot as heck, friends. He's like burning his mouth over there. Some sesame seeds. Yeah, you didn't even think of that, did you? Just put a little bit, lot of it. Toasted sesame seeds. So good.
They smell weird.
Because they're toasted.
And it smells like stale air.
Maybe it's your nose. Okay, friends. Honestly, it's so hot. It's like steam coming out. I don't know if that'll show on the camera. Probably not. Crystal, look, I have the light in the back. Hopefully that helps. I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? Because it's supposed to be behind the camera, but we have to have it plugged in, so I haven't figured all this stuff out yet, okay? We'll figure it out. Don't worry. We got this. It's all good. Okay. What's story time today going to be?
I don't know. Could be about their taste. The freeze.
We got our new stuff, friends. It's beautiful. Finally. Ordered December. Ordered December 26th and got here on Saturday. Yeah, we're waiting for the chairs.
Last year.
Yeah, we ordered it last year. They took a long time. So, let me tell you about that. These noodles are different, that's sure.
Yeah.
I like them, but they're weird. And we usually don't like mushrooms, as you know, unless it's enoki mushrooms. But these are the dried shiitake, and they're actually really good.
I like raw mushrooms.
So, do any of you do Boxing Day shopping? Which is now like Boxing Week and then Boxing Month, and then like, why even have it? Because it's going to be Boxing Year. Because they put sales on them, like, honestly, like 2 weeks before and call it Boxing Week. It's so stupid. Anyway, we bought a table, these gorgeous chairs, a stand-up freezer, because, you know, meal prepping.
This is why I don't eat on camera.
And a recliner. Oh, look! I have water! Look at that!
Probably going to be backwards.
Nope. Proper. When they show it, this is proper. When you see the, it's the chef thing. So it shows proper. Yeah.
Okay.
And when I wear shirts, it shows proper. Like with writing on them. There's actually the perfect amount of sauce. I didn't think there was enough, but it is nice. So, did I say recliner?
Yep.
Okay. So,
It's missing something.
I don't know. Sweet potato noodles? No? Mushroom powder? No? I don't know. I used the recipe. I used the recipe, friends, and then just added a ton of stuff. There's no lime in the recipe. There's no half of this stuff in the recipe.
But we didn't do the recipe from school. The recipe from school is different.
Oh, well. Oh, that's Sarah. Chef Sarah! Okay, so the freezer and the table and chairs Kevin knew about. But the recliner, he had no idea. I was surprising him with it because he loves recliners.
Mm-hmm.
He used to fall asleep at my parents' house within like 3 minutes of sitting in the recliner. And it was such an old rickety one. It was so funny. Honestly, if you like leaned on the back of it, you'd push the person over.
Oh, yeah. And
great.
it went far.
It was so funny.
It went further than it was supposed to work.
Mm-hmm. You weren't really reclined. You were laying down.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, they come. Now, I don't know if you've ever ordered a recliner. We ordered from Leon's on the Danforth, okay? Let me tell you.
I witnessed that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I gotta tell it in order.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's two guys on the truck. They call to let us know that they're almost here. Okay, cool. Tell them where we are, blah, blah, blah. And he comes in first with the freezer. No problem with that. He asks us where we want to put it. We show him. He wheels it over there because we had the table apart. We had the whole dining room area clean.
Empty.
I am not kidding you. So earlier when I was cooking that mukbang or whatever it's called, as soon as I pressed record, it went. And I was like, tricked ya, because it didn't record. So the sink monster was ready. Friends, let me tell you about our floor. It's all in this channel, right? Like, you know what's going on. And how I was a clutterer. Well, our living room floor, not dining room floor, sorry, had been swept but not actually mopped. Like, random over the years mopping. But I'm talking not a really good, like, deep down, like, really heavy duty mop, okay? I honestly don't know how many times I mopped it. I mopped it from the morning. I got up at 6 in the morning. And I started mopping it then. Until
They came.
They came at 12 something. No, 11:11. Sorry, 11:11. Mm-hmm. The time frame that they gave us was 9:30 to 12:30, but they came at 11:11. 11:11, make a wish. So, anyway, I changed the water out like 4 times. It was gross. I'm not even gonna lie. What happened?
Phone call.
Oh.
Karen.
Oh. Because mine's on Do Not Disturb. So. Next he comes in with the dining room chairs. He puts them against the window. And I mean like, picture Ace Ventura throwing around a package, okay? So put it that way.
The USPS guy.
Yeah, seriously.
No, it's UPS.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. This is so good. So, I'm like, looking at him like, wow. And they do it so quick, because that's their job, right? Now she's calling me. Yeah. So, Daddy comes in and he starts rolling a box up the stairs like tumbleweed. A recliner. If you've never ordered a recliner, it comes in 2 pieces and it's in a box, right?
It's an electric recliner, that's why. The other ones probably don't come like that. They probably come in one box.
Okay, well, I don't know. I've never heard a recliner before. Excuse me. So it's the bottom part where your bum sits, and then the top part where your back, right? And it like clicks into each other. Somebody's like ripping stuff apart, throwing this there, throwing that there, asking me to hold the back part, and he's pushing this, pushing that, click this, and if you're gonna put the back on, and then we're deciding if we want to put it together or not, because we're not sure what we're doing right now. And excuse me, where it's gonna sit and everything. And then he's like, okay, because if it goes together, it might be hard to take it apart. Okay, fine. Whatever. Sits it where it's supposed to go. And then the other gent that was helping him take the stuff, bless you, taking the stuff out of the truck, comes in with the table. He opens it and he, like, puts the little piece of styrofoam, well, it's not little, it's almost the size of the tabletop, right? Puts the piece of styrofoam on the floor. Ew. That was a dog. No, feet on the table. And, oh yeah, he's not going to be able to come on the table anymore. Oh well, it's okay. And then he takes the table out of the box and like flops it on the floor. It made such a loud bang. No, you're not coming over here. So the gent fixes quite quickly the chair, the recliner. So he comes over to help the other guy with the table. So they get it all together. They flip it over. It's gorgeous, okay? Gorgeous. But Sunday, when we're sitting down to eat, we notice a little tiny nick in the corner to the right of me at the top of the table. And I'm like, what is that? Oh, I forgot to say, before the guy left, or the guys left, he said, you have 3 days to have it in your house. 3 business days to have it in your house. To decide whether you like it or not, whether you want to return it or not. Okay, cool. You sign it. Off you go. So, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Because I'm the type of person who doesn't like to waste things at all. As you know. But when we do buy something new, I want it to look new. I don't want it to come with all kinds of nicks and chips and stuff. Like, no, you're paying for new. If it's used, absolutely. You expect that. But brand new, out of the box, I do not expect it to look like it was used. So, I phoned this evening, and I told the guy, and he said, oh, just take a picture and send it to us, and we'll take care of that. Okay. So, I gotta do that. Has the world ever changed, my friends? Okay. So, we ordered it on the 26th. She called me like maybe the 29th. I think I told you. Whatever video it was, you probably know. And said they could deliver what they had then. Stop, Charlie. And then when the chairs come in, they would deliver the chairs. And I said no, because we want everything together. So she phoned me last week to tell me that everything was there. I arranged the delivery for Saturday. Well, right after you arrange the delivery, they send you a text saying that this is the time for your delivery date. So weird. And an email. And then, on the day of, No, sorry. The day before, she called me to say my time frame. So she said, no. Friday, I get a text from some random number that sends me to something called Cigo. I think that's how you pronounce it. CIGO tracker. Saying that it's from Leon's. So I'm not thinking. I'm like, okay, yeah, I ordered Leon's. It's supposed to come. So, I can buy. So, I click on the link. You don't have to log in or anything. It takes you to a website that just tells you when your delivery is coming. It's kind of cool. I'm like, oh, that's neat. Tells me it's going to come at 3 p.m. I'm like, all right. So then later on in the day, I'm checking my email. And I see that I got another one from the same thing. I click on that. Same kind of thing. Tells me it's coming at 3 p.m. I'm like, oh, okay. At least they're both the same. Then this one here is like, Mommy, you shouldn't have clicked on that. What if it was a scam? I'm like, oh my God. You're right.
And then you got all freaked out.
I said, you're right. So then I started to panic because I thought, what if these people are
intercepting our delivery.
Yeah, or like getting information. Hello.
Steal our furniture.
It happens all the time. So I panicked. I called Leon's. I'm like, hi. I just want to know if this is actually you who sent this number to me for the Seagull tracker. He's like, oh, yeah, it's us. I'm so sorry. He's like, usually what happens is the person calls you first and then tells you. I'm like, well, they didn't. So, fine. He says, tomorrow what you do. Oh, no, sorry. First it was a lady. And she was so rude. Like Leon's. I don't know. Oh, she was from the Scarborough store. Just saying. She picked up the phone and I told her what happened. And she was like, no. It's not coming at 3 p.m. You're scheduled between 9:30 and 12:30. And I'm like, okay, I'm just letting you know what this Seagull tracker thing just told me. She's like, well, it's wrong. Okay. Thanks. So then I started to get even more worried. Excuse me, because I'm like, why is it giving me the wrong information? Because if it's telling me 9:30 to 12:30 from her, but this other thing is telling me 3 p.m., I'm like, I wonder if somebody's trying to divert our furniture and get it delivered to them for 3 p.m. I was kind of freaked out. This stuff wasn't cheap, my friends, right? So I called back again. And I called our store that we ordered it from on the Danforth. A gentleman answered. Super nice guy, by the way. Hi. So I told him what happened. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that she acted like that. And he's like, but that's definitely us. So in the morning, go back on, and it will like track the exact truck. I'm like, okay. I said, how come one is saying 3 p.m., but you're saying 9:30 to 12:30? He looked it up. He's like, no, you're scheduled 9:30 to 12:30. Fine. So like I said, they got here 11:11. I'm telling you, friends. Don't do that stuff to me, man. I have enough issues going on, okay?
They didn't do anything to you.
Are you out there? Did you do that to me? Don't do that to people. So, anyway. The saga will continue. Because who knows what they're going to do about this little chip. They might just say, oh, keep it and we'll give you such and such store credit. Which I totally understand because, I hate the idea of now this table is probably just going to go in the garbage, which doesn't make any sense. There's nothing wrong with it. Hopefully it will just go to the clearance center or something. But friends, honestly, we rarely treat ourselves with new things. Like, brand spanking new that we buy instead of the building. So finally try to treat ourselves and look what happens. Anyway, okay. Diverting from all of that. It's not story time now. I'm going to tell you about my dad. So my dad's back in the hospital. So, I need to figure out how to take that off now. So what day is today? Monday. So I want to say last Wednesday. I've been calling my dad every day, as you know, and I told you that he was kind of sounding weak. Well, he was weak for a reason, friends. It got to the point where when you talk to him, he couldn't even. It was like he wasn't there, you know. He was just talking to you, but he was so out of it and low energy and like really delusional at times. And my dad's never like in a bad mood, hardly ever. But he was just really not wanting to talk. He would talk to you for like 15 seconds and be like, "Okay, I gotta go." It was very odd. So I said to him, "Are you in pain, Dad?" He said, "Well," I said, "Dad, he had been to the doctors, right? I told you about that, where he had been to the doctors, and they told him that he was free of cancer for now, and that things were looking good, so he was all excited about that. And then it seemed like right after that he started to go downhill. It was so strange." Excuse me. So I told him, I said, "Dad, how much pain?" "Well, I don't feel well." I said, "But they made me some appointments, so, you know, I'll just wait and see what happens." I said, "No, don't wait. Go to the ER. Honest to God, friends, he sounded like he was dying. It was horrible. And as you know, excuse me, I'm not close to him. I'm like 2 hours away. So, anyway, they brought him to the hospital, back to Peterborough. That was an interesting sound. And turns out, because he's trying to recover from his surgery, but he's not taking care of himself properly. He's not eating right, sleeping right. He's not drinking properly. His kidney is failing, or was failing, because right now he's stable. Friends, it is rough, man. So, he's not in good shape. We just spoke to him a few minutes ago before filming. And he sounds better, but...
Sounds better than yesterday.
Definitely. Like, each day he sounds stronger, just put it that way. But, you know, his body has been through so much in just a short amount of time. And he's 80 years old, friends. So, this is not easy. It kind of stinks, you know? And seeing your parents get old. I mean, I think about it all the time on how Axel is going to feel when I get there. I mean, I'm already 47 now, and, you know, I'm in relatively good health, but that doesn't mean that it's going to stay that way. And, you know, my dad was literally healthy his whole entire life. Never sick. Even if he had a cold, it would last like a day or two. Like, it was just... He's making up for it now. Just put it that way. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Okay, a little bit of a story time, I guess. I went to church on Sunday. Friends, I was so happy. Oh my goodness. So, Axel doesn't go to church because I told you all that we grew up in a Catholic church, and, you know, they're not very accepting of LGBTQI at all. They're kind of like condemning it. So we basically left church a long time ago. I left when I was a teenager. I tried to go back for Axel, but yeah, we left.
The only time that I stopped going to church when I was like 12.
Yeah.
The only time that I went
for Nana or Papa.
Yeah, it was for Nana or Papa.
Yeah, exactly. Out of respect, right? So you just go and you just sit and do whatever. So anyway, I've always wanted to find a church that, for one, is accepting. For two, has beautiful music and, like, gospel music. But I didn't want to go to gospel church because I'd been to a gospel church when I was a teenager and I did not enjoy it. But anyway, I was totally open to going to one. But I was looking for something along those lines. So Axel used to go to Triangle School, which is this amazing school in a church. Has nothing to do with the church. They just rent them the space.
That's in the basement.
Yeah. So, and it's like 22 years old now? I think so, because we went to the 20th anniversary. Yeah. So, I had went probably a few years ago. And I sat in the back and bawled my eyes out because it was like right after my mom passed away. So 3 years ago, basically. And I just felt like I needed to go and I needed to find my way back to church because I felt like I missed that. And I just stopped going again. I don't know why. I just felt like it wasn't the right time or something. I have no explanation for it. Anyway. Right now, I just felt like I needed it again in my life. So I went on Sunday. I sat at the back. And when you walk in there, it's called Metropolitan Church of Toronto? Metropolitan Community Church? Yeah, Metropolitan Community Church of Toronto. MCCT. So, it's like Logan and Gerrard area. And let me tell you, friends, when you walk in there, it's the most beautiful place. Like, it's decorated with rainbow flags and pride stuff. And, like, everything is love and accepting. And, oh, it's just so beautiful. And accepting and loving and the exact way that church is supposed to be. You know, there's no judgment. There's no nothing. It's just pure abundance and love. And the service itself was so beautiful. Like, oh my goodness. It was Reverend Brent Hawks, by the way. The old gentleman who was there when you were at school.
Oh.
And as soon as he saw me, he recognized who I was. He gave me the biggest hug, and he said to say hi to Axel, which was really sweet, and asked how he was doing. So I told him he was doing well.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Yeah. So he was there just as a guest, because he is now retired.
Yeah. He retired while I was there, because we got to see him on his last day.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Relax, dog.
Let me tell you how I love music, as you know. But, like, gospel music, it just, like, resonates with me. It's so... It speaks to your soul, I guess. I don't know.
It's so music.
Yes. So, the first song... You think I can remember what the first song is? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Change is Gonna Come. Oh my gosh, friends. I was like, oh my gosh. I felt like, no! Out of that whole congregation of I don't know how many hundreds of people were there, because this church is massive. First floor, second floor. It's completely accessible. Wheelchair accessible. It's gorgeous. So, with gender neutral bathrooms. Like, all gender bathrooms. So you go into the bathroom and there's no care whether you're male or female. You're in a bathroom. I mean, they do have separate gendered ones downstairs. But if you want to use it on the church floor itself, it's all gender bathrooms. It's brilliant. You gotta pee, friends. Hello.
In the basement, I wouldn't really say that they're gendered.
For church day, they are. They put a sign on the door. Yeah. He told me that.
In the basement where the school is, they're, I mean, I guess they're sort of gendered anyways, because one has no sign on it. It just says bathroom, but it has urinals, but it also has stalls. But the other one doesn't only have stalls.
Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, I did use the bathroom, and yes, there were men and women in there, and you just go pee because it's stalls, right? You just close the door and go and get out. Hello, wash your hands before you leave, please. Thank you very much. So, that's all I care. I don't care what you're doing in there and who you are in there. What are you doing?
Did you just go in his bed?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
I was wondering, like, what the hell was that noise? It was him.
Cute. So, yeah. Anyway. Now he's out already. Turkey.
Hi.
Oh, there's Charlie. Hi, baby.
He's got something stuck on his tongue.
Oh, of course he does. So, I go to the bathroom and I come out and they just started singing It Is Well With My Soul. Oh my gosh, friends. Stupid tears coming down my face. Like, I was just like, holy cow. Again, out of this whole congregation of people, I'm like, this song is just for me. I don't care who else is here. This is all for me.
You're selfish.
Totally, I'm sure everybody else feels the same way, because that's what it feels like. It's like it's speaking to you. It's so beautiful. So, okay.
Charlie, no.
During the actual beginning of the service, they welcome everybody. They tell you that they are affirming. They tell you that they're wheelchair accessible. They tell you, like, it's just, oh my gosh, it's like a dream come true, friends. Then they have this little, like, community blessing session, and you can either go up as yourself, like by yourself, which I did, and they just say a blessing over you, or you can go up like as a little group. It's so sweet. So there's like all these people who are just like huddled together with their arms around each other, and they're saying a blessing on them. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Oh, And even at communion time, you can go up like together, and they'll do it together with like groups of, you know, married husbands or married wives or husband wife, whatever the case may be, like a little community of friends, because obviously there's probably polyamorous families in there. Like, it's so amazing. I loved it so much. The lady who was sitting beside me, it was also her first time there, so we were kind of chatting a little bit. Her name was Kathy. Hi, Kathy. It was awesome. And then the priest, I don't know his name, but I think it's John. He came over. I might be wrong. That's okay. And he was like, because I was sitting in the back, like I said, he's like, you know the bad kids sit in the back, right? And I'm like, oh, are you insinuating something? He's like, no. I'm like, well, it's because I'm new and I'm uncomfortable and I'm going to sit in the back, okay? And like stupid crying, like I said, because, you know, it just felt like I was in the right place at the right time. And there you go, my friends. I left and I just felt so, I don't know, light and relieved and so happy to be back. So I'm going to do my best to go to church every Sunday. Excuse me. Yeah, I could go with Donald in our building. He goes, Charlie, stop it. So if you happen to be in the Toronto area and you go to this church, let me know and we could go together. All right, friends. Thanks again, Crystal. I love this mug so much. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we put up a new video. Keep smiling. Stay blessed.